Hi, everyone who's anyone is talking about Ozempic and all its family members. Today, we're going to be talking about whether Ozempic is bad for you and why you may decide to use it. Hi, I'm Fumilola. I'm a mom of two and a Canadian licensed pharmacist. I am on a journey of self discovery, and my hope is to inspire at least one person who will be able to pursue what they've always loved to do. The dosing for these medications can vary. So Ozempic, Wegovy, um, Trulicity, and Terzapatide, that's Monjaro, are used weekly. So once a week, every day of the week. Most of them have like a progression of the dosing. So, like for Ozempic, you will start with 0.25 for about 4 weeks, and then you go to zero point 0.5, and then some people stay at zero point 0.5 and say it helps them with weight loss and their sugars, but most people have been found to lose weight from 1 milligram upwards. So Ozempic and Wegovy contain the same thing. They're just nicely packaged. I mean, it's marketing. So Wegovy goes up to 2.4 milligram dose pens, while Ozempic in Canada stops at 1 milligram dose pens. So same day of the week, pick a day of the week, set an alarm, subcutaneous, pinch yourself a little bit, click your dose, jab yourself, push the pen, wait for a couple of seconds, and then let it go. But for Saxenda is taken daily. So for Saxenda as well, there's like a dose progression. You will start from 0.6 milligrams, and then you can do that for about a week, or depending on what your doctor talks about with you. Some doctors will say do that for a couple of days, and then move from there to 1.2, 1.8, 2.4, and then to 3 milligrams. So Saxenda dosing is maximum of 3 milligram daily dose every day. Same time every day, set an alarm. Um, Wegovy, Ozempic, the same thing. Trulicity starts with 0.75 milligram once a week, and that goes on for like 1 or 2 weeks. They'll increase it to like 1.5 milligram about 1 or 2 weeks again, up to 6 milligrams once a week for Trulicity as well. I'm going to put a table in here, and then I'm just going to show you guys what it means starting dose adjustments, and what a maximum daily dosing would be. Now, for Monjaro, it starts at 2.5 milligram once a week for 4 weeks. You can increase to 5 milligram another once a week, another 4 weeks, and then every week like that until a person gets to a maximum weekly dosing of 15 milligram once weekly. So set an alarm, same day of the week, about the same time. And so, I mean, if we're going to compare those, we see that for like, if you have needle phobia, for example, Saxenda is not what you want to do. You don't want to jab yourself every day. But if you're okay with a little bit of, needles once a week is not bad. Set an alarm so you don't forget, and then you take your dose. So, what are our key takeaways from the comparison? So, Ozempic and Wegovy, like I said, they're the same thing, subcutaneous injections. They also come in tablets, by the way, but a lot of people have reported that they feel like they get more effect from needles, the once weekly shots, than the daily tablets. So Ozempic has stronger weight loss effects and is approved for both diabetes and weight management. Trulicity focuses more on blood sugar control and has slightly less pronounced weight loss effects. Saxenda is a daily injection, like we said, so it may be a little less convenient to some people compared to weekly injections of the others. So it helps with weight loss, but it doesn't offer as strong weight loss results as Mounjaro or Wegovy. So Mounjaro is unique because it targets two hormones, GLP-1 and the GIP, so it makes it most effective for weight loss and diabetes management of all the medications that we have talked about. I think it's also the most expensive. We're going to talk about cost in a little bit. So in terms of convenience, of course, the weekly injections are more convenient than the daily injection. So let's compare cost. We're going to talk about cost, at least the US and Canada. I don't know about outside. So for Ozempic, it's in the US, it costs approximately $935 per month to have Ozempic. But in Canada, Ozempic costs, well, depending on the dose that you're on, but if you're on the red box pen, it's less than $300 per month. if you're on 0.5 milligram. If you move to 1 milligram, though, I think the boxes are around the same size. But some people who are on 0.5 milligrams, they take the 1 milligram pen and then they use it for longer, because the pens are the same price, whether you're on the red box, the 0.25.5, or on the 1 milligram pen box. Trulicity, approximately $852 per month in the US, and in Canada, it's about $600 per month, I believe. Saxenda in the US is $1,349 per month, and in Canada is just a little under $500 per month for a pack of 6 ml pre-filled injection pens. Monjaro, in the US, I don't know if they sell it per box. It says it's about $1,070. In Canada, they sell it per vial. That vial is just like a 1 week dose. It ranges anywhere from, I believe, $90 to about $160 per vial, which means if you're going to do times 4 in a month, because I know when we did the math, it was actually more expensive than Ozempic. But in terms of being able to buy your doses, for Monjaro, you can buy 1 dose per time. So in terms of money you're able to put down, then you also have to consider if your insurance will cover. I know that in Canada, Ozempic is mainly covered for blood sugar control, while Wegovy is now being covered for weight loss management. So now we're going to talk about potential side effects of this medication, which I think is what a lot of people who are against the medication usually talk about. As a pharmacist, I'm going to say that these medications are pretty new. So long-term side effects in terms of aftermarket trials and aftermarket reports are still very few and far between. We're not going to know the exact long-term effects, except the drugs have been in the market for 10 years ish. But side effects that are reported are regular nausea, digestive issues, feeling full. Most people tolerate these side effects well once their body gets used to it, and that's also why these medications are dose dependent. We go up the dose little by little instead of just going straight to the maximum dosing. In fact, if you take a break from your Ozempic or from your Saxenda or from your Mounjaro for a while and you want to go back, you have to go back to 0.25 milligram or the lowest dosing for the pen, and then you gradually step up again. But if you go off your pen for a while and then you want to go back and you go back to the dose that you were on, oh my, you're going to be very sick. You're going to have nausea, throwing up, some diarrhea, feeling really awful. So it's usually advised that you should go up your dose slowly and climb up gradually. So now we're going to talk about contraindications. Contraindications, who are the absolute no-nos that cannot take Ozempic. If you belong to this group of people we're about to talk about, please don't take Ozempic and its cousins because it's not good for you. First of all, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, don't do it. Ozempic does not have clinical trials in pregnancy or in breastfeeding, and it's not worth it to harm your baby because you want to lose weight. So please don't do it. If you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding, please don't take Ozempic or its cousins. If you have personal or family history of medullary thyroid carcinomas or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, please don't take it. If you have any hypersensitivity to any of these medications or any of the drugs or any of the ingredients in the formulation, so what it means is if, for example, the first time that you took Ozempic, for example, you have difficulty breathing, you have hives on your body, your face is swollen, your tongue is swollen, it means you have a hypersensitivity. That's an anaphylactic reaction. So you have to stop it and don't take it or any of its cousins because that reaction will most likely cut across the classes. Okay. Also, if you have any severe gastrointestinal disease like gastroparesis, really bad, GERD, you want to talk to your doctor before you do that. But if you have gastroparesis or any really bad GI diseases, please don't take Ozempic and its cousins. It's not going to be it won't be good for you. If you're a person with a BMI below 27 and you have no comorbidities, please don't take Ozempic and its cousins. I've seen people who are, for all intents and purposes, slim people, and they're like, oh, can I have Ozempic? And they come to the pharmacy and I'm like, why do you want Ozempic? Oh, I feel like I can lose a little more. If your BMI is below 27, please don't take Ozempic. It is not meant for you. Thank you. Also, if you have a history of pancreatitis, so personal or family history, of pancreatitis, please don't take these medications. And if you have diabetic ketoacidosis or a history of, please don't take these medications. Okay, so now we're going to talk about like real life scenarios. I have some scenarios that I try to put down about questions about, okay, like now, Carlos, 45-year-old man, BMI of 35, he doesn't have any histories, but he struggles with his food, so he's obese and he wants to take these medications. Since he has no contraindications like thyroid issues, GI issues, any of these medications can be great for him. Mounjaro will be a great choice. Wegovy will be a great choice. Ozempic will be a great choice. And then, of course, they will start him on the starting dose and monitor for side effects. Okay, what about somebody that has a history of pancreatitis? So, like 48-year-old woman, for example, type 2 diabetes, but she had pancreatitis 2 years ago and she wants to try Ozempic. Because these medications, like we said, have a risk of pancreatitis, the doctor should not prescribe any of these medications for her. The doctor would find something else that she can use that would avoid risk of recurring pancreatitis. Now, I talked earlier about post-surgery weight loss struggles. So, for a lot of people, they feel like, oh, when you have a gastric bypass or a gastric sleeve surgery, that's the end of your struggles. No, food noise is still a real thing, and a lot of people still struggle with it. So, for a person who underwent bariatric surgery and they're struggling to maintain their weight loss, the doctor can, if they check them, they have none of those contraindications that we talked about. The doctor will put them on any of these medications. Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy, anyone. That's a good choice for them. So, another profile, someone BMI 26, no other health issues, and then she wants weight loss medication. The doctor I say ideally because we've seen prescriptions of people BMI below 27 and they bring up prescriptions with Ozempic and they're like, oh, what did you tell your doctor to be able to get this prescription? Oh, I just told him I want to lose some weight. So ideally, if your BMI is below 27, please don't take any of these medications. Your doctor should recommend other things to you like weight loss management programs and lifestyle modifications. So like I said before, hypersensitivity reaction, if you take one of these medications and you have difficulty breathing or anything like that, please don't take any of the other medications in the class. So pregnant or breastfeeding, don't take it. Let's say you are taking the medication and you do get pregnant, the ideal thing for your doctor to do would be to stop that medication immediately and then monitor you for the rest of your pregnancy. Because like I said before, there has been no clinical trials concerning these medications and pregnancy, and nobody knows how the baby is going to take it or how it's going to affect the baby developmentally and all this kind of stuff. So I think that ends our case scenarios for different people that may have questions about Ozempic. So I wanted to share also my own experience with these medications. I tried Ozempic about 2 years ago, I believe. Oh, it was great. It worked. I saw that I lost some weight. I was looking much better and everything. But then I realized that I started to have like really bad joint pains. At first, I thought, oh, maybe my weight is affecting me because if you have weight loss struggles, it's different day, different problems, right? So I thought, oh, maybe my weight is affecting me and all that. But then I realized, oh, this joint pain, usually like aching in my bones kind of used to get worse on the days when I took my Ozempic. And then as a pharmacist, I know I shouldn't because usually pharmacists read monographs, but I was desperate. So I went to Reddit threads because like I said, post-market survey for most of these medications are few and far between because they're new, so they're still gathering all the data from like people using it after clinical trials, after it gets into the market. That's when we're going to really know side effect profiles, right? So I went to Reddit and I went to Reddit, I believe, and then I actually saw people say, oh yeah, this was giving me some joint pains and I couldn't, so I stopped it and then the joint pain stopped. I am currently taking Saxenda. I took it for a while. I think I lost some weight. I stopped because I had a moment of funk where I was thinking, oh my God, am I going to do this forever? How long do I want to take a medication for? The usual struggles with if you've lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. So right now I am back on the Saxenda and It's still relatively new, so I know the rodeo. I mean, and the appetite, feeling sick, the nausea, the diarrhea. But I would say that it is a good help. It is a good aid. But again, like most weight loss medications, when you stop these medications, you will most likely gain the weight back. So, except if you know that you only need it for maybe you have a goal, you have a wedding. Oh, I want to lose weight for this, whatever, So those are the choices that you have to make. How long do you want to take the medications for? Are you okay to stay on it for an indefinite amount of time? Because, like most people who have had weight loss struggles, you know that if something helps you to lose weight and you go off of it, there is a big chance that you're going to gain the weight back. So let these also affect our decisions when we decide if we want to take these medications. So now that you know a little bit about Ozempic and its cousins, do you think that this medication is right for you? And do you think you're going to be taking these medications? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Bye, guys.